Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Alhamdulillah, salatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Going on to the next page of Surah Ta Ha, page number 318, 318. The first verse, Allah says, فَأَخْرَجَ لَهُمْ إِجْلًا جَسَدًا لَهُ. The Samiri. Basically what happened was Bani Israel, children of Israel, people were miraculously rescued by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by splitting the sea. In spite of all this, a person among them called Samiri. I'm hoping that you are reading through the pages of the Quran while we are doing this series. A person called Samiri made a thing out of the gold they had. They took some gold when they were coming from Egypt. Samiri made them to throw all of their gold into the fire, and he made a shape out of that gold. And that shape was of a baby cow, Ijlan Jasadan, a calf with a shape, and it made some sound as well. And then he told them, the Samiri guy told those Bani, children of Israel, saying that, Ada ilahukum wa ilahu Musa. This is your ilah. What is ilah? I told you before, the object of worship. So this cow now, this baby calf, now this is the ilah of you and ilah of Musa. Very, very important how Shaitan, through human beings, now it is Samiri, is the one who is prompting them to get into the shirk. Ilah of Musa. Then the next verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking, Afala yarawna, do they not see that Allah yarji'u ilayhim qawlan, that statue or that shape of the calf, that is not responding back to them when they ask for some favor or help or talk to them. It doesn't speak to them back. And wala yamliku lahum dharran wala nafa, it doesn't harm them or doesn't benefit them. It's quite clear cut. It's a common sense. It's a basic logic. Making a statue out of some material stuff which is created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What is this gold and fire and all that? It is creations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You take some ingredients from here and there and make a statue and calling that as your ilah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking, do they not see that this doesn't respond to them, doesn't benefit them, doesn't harm them? It has got no power. And then people are falsely falling into this kind of shaitanic thing. It's very, very important. That's the ayah which I wanted to reflect upon from this page, because it's easy for the people to fall into, because this is children of Israel who have seen the miracle from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in front of their eye, where the sea was split and they were able to escape from Firaun. And the Firaun and the army got destroyed when the sea went back. They saw that in front of their eye. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is helping. In spite of them, they were, arrogant enough to disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and worship this baby calf under the influence of the corrupt person among them, which is Samiri. They just fell into that. They fell into that then and there. It's not their next generation. It is the same generation which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rescued. So the threat of shaitan to inspire us to fall into these idol worships, it's real, it's dangerous, it can happen, and we need to be very, very strong. That is where we need to, we need to keep this Quran and its message close to our heart, because if you don't protect, if you don't have that kind of fortress of protection around our heart, with this concept of Tawheed, no matter what, we will not associate a partnership with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Samiris can happen in any generations, in every generations, in every man, in the thing, these people can come, because that's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Ta Ha. Min al-jinnati wa nas, from the jinn and from the mankind, there will be shayateens playing tricks upon us. We have to make sure that we don't fall into those traps. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us and our children and the generations until the day of judgment from falling into the shirk. Ameen Ya Rabbal Alameen. I'll be back with the next video from one or two verses from the another page, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us to continue this series. Ameen. Ya Rabbil Alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.